Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm so excited to get going with this. Expect to see makeup tutorials, beauty hauls, January favourites, loads and loads of different stuff. So today my video is going to be my everyday makeup routine. Just a really nice, simple, bright makeup look. So the first thing I'm going to do is my primer. And I am using the Dream Smooth Primer by Maybelline New York. I really like this stuff. It lasts a long time. And it gets rid of all your pores, which I like. Grizzle! Oh my god. Second thing I do is my foundation, and I'm using the MAC Studio Sculpt in the shade NW20. This is a new addition to my makeup. I really like it. Just sort of, I normally just squeeze a pea-sized amount onto my hand. And then I dot it over my whole face. Once that's spread out evenly, I just blend it in using my beauty blender. I really like the coverage that this foundation gives. If you want a lighter coverage, you can just use a small amount. And it gives a really dewy, fresh look, very glowy. That's what I like about it. Just blend that all in. I'm just going to do another small coverage of foundation just because I'm having a bad skin day. So again, I tend to just dot that over my cheeks, on my spots, and this beast over here, and on my T-zone. And again, blend that in using my beauty blender. Right, what I'm going to do next is my concealer. I'm using the Lasting Perfection Collection concealer, and it is in the shade Fair. What I'm going to do with this is, I know some people are like, oh, you can't touch your concealer stick on your spot because it will spread, but if I'm going to get spots, I'm going to get spots. So there we go. My face is clean, so got that all on my spots, and then under my eyes. Brighten me up, under my eyes, bridge of my nose, and just on the bottom of my forehead. Brighten me up a little bit. And using the other side of my beauty blender, I'm just going to blend that in under my eyes. I like to bring that up a little higher here, blend that up. Lovely. And for powder, I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium. This is another new addition to my makeup, and I really like it. I like the fact it's got a mirror in it. I just think it gives such a nice finish to your foundation. But it still gives you that glowy, dewy, shiny look. Not shiny, a glow, that's the right word. Really nice. So the next thing I'm going to do is my brows. And I am using the Tanya Burr Cosmetics Perfect Brows. I love this. It's got really lovely shades in there. You've got the Fairy Cake, which is your highlighter. Pebble, which is really nice. If you've got very blonde hair and you don't like your eyebrows too dark, this is perfect. Chestnut and Hot Cocoa. I always tend to go for Hot Cocoa just because I am quite dark naturally, and I just feel like this sits perfectly on my brows. And I'm going to be using Lottie London brush. Annoyingly, these don't have numbers on, and I don't like that. But they're really great brushes. So this is the Lottie London Pink Angled brush, as I'm going to call it. And I literally just dab a tiny bit on there, brush it off. And how I do my brows, I don't really know how I do my brows. Start at the, let's say the end of my brow. I just very lightly brush that on. I try to do sort of a more defined line at the bottom here. keep this section of the brow darker and the beginning bit lighter. I like the way it fades to a darker shade. I've recently had my brows waxed and highlighted. Highlighted? Yeah, had them highlighted. What am I talking about? I've recently had my brows waxed and tinted, so they're really working. They're working well with me at the moment. A tip that I try to live by is brows are sisters, not twins. They don't have to be identical, which is a hard rule to live by, but as soon as you get that in your head, you're sort of halfway there. Right, I need to put my brush down because I'm driving myself mad. I need to listen to my own rules. I'm driving myself crazy already. Right, I'm happy with that. I'm then going to use my, what am I going to use? Let's use this fluffy brush. This is a Makeup Revolution London E103 brush. I'm just going to use a little bit of Fairy Cake. I'm just going to highlight that slightly. I tend to do my highlighting of my eyebrows once my eyeshadow is done. On to eyeshadow. I'm going to be using Revolution London Iconic Pro palette. This brand is my favourite brand. I'm sure we will learn over the next however months how much I love this stuff. It's cheap, it's great quality, it blends so well, and they've got so many great colours. I love this one. This is one I tend to use day to day because it's just got normal neutral colours in there, and that's what I really, really like. But another one of my favourites is this beauty. I think it's a bit of a state, but I mean, them colours are just gorgeous. My favourites is this really lovely cherry colour. It's gorgeous, and I really like the greens as well. But what I want to do this year is try to use a lot more colour, so I'm sure we'll be seeing this a lot more. But today I'm using the Iconic Pro palette, and I'm going to be using this light shimmery shade, this darker shimmery, and this just dark brown. So yeah, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using a Lottie London yellow brush, and I'm going to be using this gorgeous caramelly fudgy shade. It's perfect for in the crease to blend it in, and it's just a perfect starting point. So I'm going to get a little bit of my brush, tap that off, starting in the crease. I mean, it blends perfectly. Tend to work from the outside in, because if you want there to be more, you want there to be a better colour on this side than on the inside. Just above the crease as well, slightly. And the second colour I'm going to be using is this darker shimmery shade. It's really, really lovely. I'm using the same brush because why not? Who has time to keep changing brushes? And I'm going to put this on the outer sides. So on the inner, but on the outer, the inner but the outer. Work it inwards. You don't want to go that way because you don't want to flick it and it to be all sitting on the inside of your nose. That would not be good. So working and just sort of so you leave a gap in the middle. And again here. Slightly through the crease. Lovely. And again on the other side, do exactly the same thing. It's just so shimmery and lovely. On a dark winter's day, it makes you feel sassy. Now I'm going to be using the Lottie London red brush, because they have no names, Lottie London. You should change that. And I'm just using the lighter shimmer shade, this colour. I'm just dabbing that on, tapping it off, and pressing that into the middle of my lid. Build it up as much as you want, or be as subtle as you want. I like a lot of shimmer. But blend that into the darker colours there. And again on the other eye, exactly the same. Really simple. Lovely. Right, now what I'm going to do is going back to the yellow brush. This the darker brown here. Why do YouTubers cover the mirror up? I don't get that. But anyway, yeah, the darker colour here in the brown. Very slightly. You don't want a lot of this. So work from the outside of your crease, that down a little. I just feel like this gives you a daytime look. Say if you're going shopping with the girls or going for a lunch and you want something just a little bit more to make it look like you've made a little bit more of an effort, you can leave this out. I do sometimes if I don't have the time, but it just gives your makeup just that little bit more. There we go. Now with back to my fluffy brush, the E103, I'm just going to blend that in, and what I'll do is I'll leave all this blending in so you can see how easy it is to blend. Literally all I do is work side to side, side to side, side to side. That is it. That's all you need to do. It's just so good. I love Makeup Revolution. It's amazing. And honestly, this palette was like £8. Definitely no more than £10. What a bargain. Done. That's all you need to do. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm not great at liquid eyeliner. I can do it, but when I'm using just a normal daytime look like this, I like to use just a darker colour in my palette. I'm using the Makeup Revolution E101 brush, and it's slightly angled. I hope you can see that. I hope it focuses or something. Just slightly angled on both sides. All I do is just tap into this darker colour here. It's not black, it's more of a very, very dark grey. All I'm going to do is just work on my lash line. What I like about this is that you don't have to be precise. I just bring it out slightly just to give myself a little line. You don't have to be precise if you're not great at liquid eyeliner, but you want that eyelinery look. This is perfect. Perfect for a daytime look as well because it's nice and subtle. Work right down. And that's all you need to do. Sorted. Next thing I'm going to do is my mascara, and I am using the Maybelline New York Colossal Volume Express. I normally use Roller Lash by Benefit, but I ran out before Christmas and I didn't have a chance to go to Chelmsford to buy more, so I'm just using my trusty old Colossal mascara. So I literally just put mascara on, as everybody puts mascara on. Just one coat, and then I go on to the next eye and do one coat. Small, just a very fine coat on the bottom. And then what I tend to do, once that top has dried a little bit, just do just another small coat, just to blacken them up a little bit more, because I find once the mascara has dried a little bit, the rest sort of sticks to it a little bit better, and it just gives it a bit more of a fuller look. You don't want it to be too dramatic. There we go, that's mascara done. Nice and easy. Last thing is lips. Today I'm using the Rimmel London 011 Spice lip liner. All I do, this is a really, really lovely shade. I'll just do a little swatch so you can see. Really lovely shade. Really like this, just nice and nude and pinky. All I do is just line my lips and then fill them in with the lip liner as well. Once you've done that, I'm going to use another Makeup Revolution product. I don't know what this colour is. It doesn't say. I don't know if it did have a label on it, or if it's rubbed off or anything like that. But it's just a really lovely nude. I'll do another swatch so you can see. I find with my skin tone, this is a little bit too peachy and it washes me out. That's why I like using this over the top of this lip liner, as it makes a really nice nude colour. There we go, that's lips, eyes, everything done. Last thing is I'm just going to do a slight little contour with another Makeup Revolution brand. I love this. It's perfect. If you're going away on a holiday, anything like that, it's got your bronzer, highlighter and blusher all in one. The three shades go perfectly together. That's what I really, really like about them. It's perfect. I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution F105 brush. A little bit bronzer. Not going to go crazy. It's a daytime look. I just want to add a little bit of shape and definition to my face. So a little bit bronzer. Tap that off. Suck your cheeks in and just put that in the hollows of your cheeks. Don't want to go too crazy. I like doing this last sometimes because I feel like it finishes your face off. perfectly. And on the other side, work from the outside in. That's how I like to do it. Lovely, such a lovely colour. Really, really nice. Using the same brush. I like to use the same brush for this just because I feel like it gives you a little bit more warmth. Oh, before I do that, just a little bit of bronzer on the top of my head. Give myself a little bit, just a little bit of contour. I don't want a lot for a daytime look. I really like that these colours just go so well together, that the blusher blends perfectly into the bronzer, and it's got such a gorgeous shimmer too. Then a little bit of highlighter on the tops of my cheeks. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I hope you can see it in the really, really nice. And that is my everyday makeup routine. I hope you liked this video. If you want anything more like this, give me a thumbs up or comment down below. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.